Hello guys, welcome back. Today we will be making a rum, ginger and pear trifle. I will be using my favourite rum, which is a Duppy Share aged Caribbean rum. And if you're new to this video on this channel, please like and subscribe, and that will help me so much. Thank you. We're going to start with the pear at the base of the trifle, and what I'm going to do with them is I've got 2 litres of water in the pan. I'm going to drop a bit of white wine vinegar into it, that's about 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. Also you'll want a teaspoon of turmeric, and 100 grams of sugar. And I'm going to mix till it's dissolved, and then bring it up to the boil. Right, so the water and the vinegar is starting to boil now, so I'll place in the 2 pears that I'm using. I've peeled the pears so they soak up the liquid, and I will put a lid on it, and we'll keep it till it starts boiling, and then I'll take off the heat and leave it to one side for a second. While you wait for that, I recommend getting gelatin in some cold water and leaving it for 5 minutes. So that's the gelatin in here. Just done 2 sheets of platinum gelatin, and that will do 4 trifles. Once this pear starts boiling, I'll come back to you. So as you see, it's boiling, so you want to take off the heat and leave it to one side, and they'll carry on cooking. Right, so for the jelly itself, you want to get yourself a pan, your gelatin leaves, squeeze them out into a pan. I'm just going to add a little bit of water, and then a tablespoon of sugar, and then stir till it starts to melt. Bring it up to the boil. I'll make sure it's fully dissolved. And then I've got 200 ml of the rum. The reason why I thought of using the rum is using my favourite rum, Duppy Share, is because it's aged Caribbean, and it's quite fruity, and it's very soft on the palate. So now the gelatin is dissolved, I'm just going to add the rum into it, and just give it a stir. I'm not going to cook the rum out because you want it to have the flavour. Just make sure it's all mixed in. Like that. I'm going to leave it to one side and I'm going to chop up the pears for you. Right guys, so I forgot to press the record button when I was chopping this up, and anyway, so I've chopped them up nicely. Does have a nice yellow colour to it. It'll make the trifle look nicer. I've got 4 glasses that I'm going to fill up, and I'm going to put this at the bottom of the glass. You don't want much, you only need 1.5 teaspoons in each one. Just wipe this down, otherwise everything's going to be yellow. Keep them. So they're the 4 glasses, and I'm going to pour the rum jelly in each one. Like that, and then I'm just going to put them straight in the fridge to let them set. Right, let me clean everything down and I'll be back with you to make the ginger sponge. So for the ginger sponge, you want 100 grams of marge, 100 grams of self-raising flour, 100 grams of brown sugar, 2 eggs, half a teaspoon of ground cloves, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of mixed spice, and a teaspoon of ground ginger. We'll mix it up. Once the batter is made, get a tray with a grease proof on it and just pour your mixture into it. Just give it a spread out. And just tap it, get the air bubbles out, and then into the oven on gas Mark 4, which is about 160 degrees for 20 minutes. Once that comes out, I will get back to you. Right guys, so while the cake's getting cooked, I'm going to start the custard. I've got 3 egg yolks, I've got 150 grams of sugar, and a teaspoon of ginger, and I'm just going to stir. Mix it all together. Till it becomes pale. While I mix that, I've got 500 ml of cream, double cream. That's going to get heated up until it starts simmering. Just going to wait for the cream to heat up. Right, so now the cream is to the right temperature. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a bit to the egg mix and just mix it in. And then pour it back into the pan. Like that. And all you do is now keep stirring it on a high heat. And it'll start getting thicker. You want it quite thick so it would set. I've just transferred into a bigger pan because it's overflowing. I'm going to use a spatula now because this pan does, if you use a whisk, it does bring up a lot of black bits off the bottom, and I don't want that in the pan, so I'm just going to gently stir it while it gets thicker. give it 30 more seconds. You can see it's thickened up. Like that. That should be enough. Once it's cooled down it will stiffen and thicken up. I'm going to take this off the heat and pass it. Right, so I've got a sieve and a jug. The jug's there just to help pour it in. I made quite a bit, so I'm just going to save it. Push down. Right, so there's your custard. Right, so I've got cake out. I'm just cutting them in circles so I can fit them inside the glasses. They're not exactly level, but no problem. So this batch of cake mix probably could, yeah, we'll do 6, maybe 8 if you've got smaller glasses. So I'm going to take the glasses out of the fridge. As you can see, it's set inside. Get them all out. Then I'm going to get the sponge and I'm going to put it in and press as far as down as it can go, because these glasses are they do get thinner when you get to the bottom. I mean, I have cut them to circles so I can squeeze them in, but if you want to, you can break them up and just like shove them in, and then you can probably fit more cake in there. Like that. Because once you've got the custard on, that'll push it down a bit. I'm going to keep that rest of that cake mix so I can I'll probably have it with custard, so I'll make some more. Right, so you've got your 4 trifles. I'm just going to start pouring the custard in. I'm just going to share it out. A little bit more in this one, and then I'm just going to put it back into the fridge. That could take about half an hour, and I'll be back when they're done. Right, so for the last bit of the trifle, we'll be whipping some cream up. I'm using these old-fashioned whisks, because it's quicker than normal whisking, and I don't want to get the machine out for this, so I'm just going to whisk till it gets thick.
It's literally 200ml of cream and 3 tablespoons of icing sugar. Get a piping bag. I'm just going to scoop it in. Get your trifles out of the fridge. So the custard's still a bit wobbly. And then just pipe it in. A bit of ginger powder. And I'm just going to sprinkle some on top. Same with cinnamon powder. Sprinkle a bit on top. And that is my trifle. I'm in the conservatory now. It's a lot lighter in here, so I'm going to say thank you for watching, and if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe, and I hope you try the desserts. It's not for everyone, but if you can make it, please do. My recipe will be on Facebook, and I hope I see you again next week. Thank you.